KayBee here, and
Caelum with the weird hello.
We've decided to do the Epic Reads tag.
Yes.
We haven't been tagged.
We don't know anyone. No one knows we exist.
So we're in. We're two chins.
Yeah.
The author I would invite is Lindsay Cummings and her character Mendum from the Murder Complex. And I'd probably serve them a all-out meal just because Mendum doesn't get enough food in the book.
Okay, so for me, I would invite Sarah J. Maas and Selena Sardothian, and I'll just have like an entire buffet of like cake and pudding and sweets because she loves cake. If you haven't read these books, you need to.
Most of the books I've read already have prequels to them, but the one that I think should have one is Anna Dressed in Blood by Kenda Blake. The prequel, maybe through Anna's point of view of just before she died, probably be a good prequel.
Yeah, I want to know what happened.
Like, it's mentioned in there, but it's not really through her point of view. She just tells the story.
Sort of like a thorough, in-depth story. Like, I want to know more. Okay, so we have different bookshelves. Half of them are the same and the other half are just completely different. And the prequel I would want for like a series would be for The Darkest Minds. Like, I really want to know how America just sort of crumbled when all the kids just started getting superpowers. Like, I want to know how it like really started, because it doesn't really go in depth. I want like sort of a government conspiracy theory sort of story, sort of like how the government made these huge mistakes, and I just want to know it from someone else's point of view because it's always in Ruby's.
I kind of have a hard time choosing two characters from two different books to ship. I mean, I can do that with two different characters in the same book that aren't shipped together, but I came up with Kip from The Fire Sermon. He's so sweet. And Chiyoko, whoa, from Endgame. He's so cute.
I would choose Izzy from the book, Izzy from The Mortal Instruments, and Bex from Newsflash Trilogy. She sort of only comes into the book on the second. I think they could get on because they're like both badass, but Bex is more of the boyish type. She's a tomboy, and Izzy's the girly type of badass, and I think they could just like that. I ship that. I would ship that.
My favorite author is obviously Lindsay Cummings. I absolutely love her work, and if I ran into the subway, we don't have subways here.
No,
Subway's a shop.
We have a Subway, we have the sandwich shop. That's it.
And one sentence I would tell her is never give up because we all believe in you.
The author, if I met at the Subway or just anywhere, if I got to meet her, would be Carly Scott. The only series I've read from her like would be the Stage Dive series. And if I met her on the Subway, I would be like, hey Kylie, I ship it.
Books that made me read it. Well, I kind of read the Spiderwick Chronicles probably a year before I became an avid reader. It didn't really get me into reading, but I read the whole series all at once. But the one that really pushed me over the edge was The Hunger Games. Like everyone else I seem to find on Bookstagram and all that,
Everything.
just book community. But it's amazing. We read it as a class novel, and I always looked forward to going to my English class. I'm like, yes, we're reading The Hunger Games today.
I've sort of always been an avid reader since I was a kid. I had these fairy book box sets. They're like, Rainbow Magic, that's it. Oh my god, yes! Rainbow Magic. In primary school, year 6, year 7, I started reading Fallen and The Hunger Games. Like, as everyone does. And Twilight. And I actually read adult fiction, like this really gory, like The Last Vampire. I read Christopher Pike in year 7, and I ended up having to read it out loud to the class, and it was this really weird sexual bit, and it was weird. So yeah, I didn't bring that book to school again.
One does not simply light bookshelf on fire. No. Nah. If I had to choose one book, it would be The Murder Complex. I just... my baby.
Faves. For me, if that happened, like, I wouldn't say just one. I'd be ripping them off the shelves, okay? Just ripping them. Like, I don't care if they get bent or if the pages actually rip. Like, I would douse them all in water. Like, I'm saving all my babies. The hardcovers come first.
Out of the dystopian, it's a tongue twister,
Dystopian.
novels I've read, I'd probably have to choose... what's the series called?
I wish I had lipstick as black as myself.
Out of the dystopian novels I've read, probably the best one where there's hardly any death would be Amy Carter's Black Coat Rebellion series.
My most preferred dystopian worlds would either have to be either Disruption by Jessica Shervington. Why did I forget that? Because Jessica Shervington's book, either because like it's not shitty. You know, you're not gonna die unless you're in the underworld or something like that. It really sort of up itself, I guess. Or my other option would have to be the Darkest Minds trilogy, because you get superpowers.
I would have to choose Shutter by Courtney Almeida.
Butchered your name, sorry.
This is an amazing book. It's horror and I love it. It's creepy and ghosts and yes.
For me, it would have to be the Newsflash trilogy, because it's like 20 years in the future and society has survived the zombie apocalypse. Like, YouTube vloggers, news vloggers going out to poke zombies with a stick. Like, you know what's gonna happen, but it's just fun to see what's... See? Let me eat your face. I've scared her. Or Battle Royale by Koshun Takami. I'm just gonna call him Takami.
We would tag people, but we don't know many people on BookTube yet. So
feel free to do it.
If you want, you can do it. I mean, you don't have to, but
I suggest you do.
Book shimmy.
Shimmy.
You gotta go.
Very posh. Bye!
Bye bye.
Oh, I got blue in my hair.
Have you been touching my hair in my sleep? Gosh dang it, Kayla! Thought we talked about this.